First and foremost, I know you guys seen it. I know you guys, the comeback heard around the world. Good Lord. Good Lord. Man. The New York Knickerbockers, they made it do what it do. They handled business. They got business. I mean, they got busy. Pardon me. They got busy. I got to light up. You know how that go. But they got busy. All right. It was looking bleak for a minute. It was looking bleak. It was looking like the residual effects, the residual Trump effects. Looked like it was still lingering a bit. You know. Like it was still lingering a bit, man. It was looking bleak for a hot minute. But they pulled it out, man. They pulled it out. The Knicks showed up and pulled it out like they were supposed to, right? I'm just gonna really touch on what we can actually get and garner from that monumental, historical NBA first in the playoffs game, right? Return from a what was it, like a 30-point deficit? By all accounts, it should have been out of there. By all accounts, it should have been 2-2, right? But they fought back. They clawed back. That's what we got to tap in on, man. Because, you know, like I said before, this is all rooted and based in business. So how can we even get some business ideas, motivation from the Knicks? Sounds illogical, not plausible, but it actually is. Right? Now, my belief, personally, I believe that what helped to turn things around for them, because after the second quarter, they was down by almost 30. It was looking ridiculous that they couldn't find their footing. It was crazy. All accounts, they should have gave up. They should have just threw it in the towel, man. If this was boxing, they'd do it in the towel already, right? But what I believe helped them to get out of that rut. Two main things, right? Two main things. Number one, they had a never say die attitude, man. Right? In life, you got two options in life, right? You learn this from a youth. You got two options. Either you fight or you take flight, baby. Yeah, that's it. That's all you got. All right? Take flight, or you fight. That's it. And because, you know, if you're in New York, you see how the fans are giving it up. So you think the fans is giving it up like that, and the players are just gonna, you know, pussyfoot around? No, sir. It's not happening. They wouldn't even let them have that. They're gonna have to claw back, and they clawed back, right? So first they had to, you know, dig deep and get that grit and fight back, and, you know. Now the second thing I think that helped out was Wu-Tang came through. The Wu, all right? The Wu came through halftime show, and they brought that sauce. They got their minds right. You know what I'm saying? They got them back into the right frame of mind, right? The right frame of mind. They was able to pull it out, man. 90s hip hop would do that for you, all right? 90s and more 90s would do that for you, all right? But we got to touch on what can we garner? What can we gain? What can be a good takeaway business-wise, right, from what took place last night, okay? Number one, we got to dig a little bit deeper, you feel me? Can't be surface dwellers your whole life. Got to be a little bit deeper. Got to dig a little bit deeper, right? So first and foremost, you have to have a winner's attitude, man. Even when you're down and out, even when things are looking like it's not gonna work for you, you have to have a winner's attitude. I'm put here for this time. For times such as this, I've been working for times such as this, and I refuse to lose, right? You gotta have a winner's attitude, man. Okay? You gotta be competitive and have a winner's attitude. Put the work in. Have a winner's attitude. Be competitive. and fight, right? Because what you want ain't just gonna be handed to you. It's not just gonna be handed to you. You gotta actually fight for it. You gotta fight for the crown, man. Literally. Literally. The king ain't the current king ain't gonna give you the crown. You gotta fight for that crown, man. How bad do you want it? That's the key. How bad do you want it? All right? Now what you gotta also look for or look at, right? Like a lot of people in business, they learn this precept early, and it helps them to stay focused, right? Helps them to stay focused. Signal versus noise. Pay attention to that. Signal versus noise, right? To put it in the mind frame, or to put it in the context of the game last night, right? The noise for the Knicks were, bro, you're down 30. It's looking like you're gonna lose. You're still suffering from the Trump effect. Everybody thinks you're gonna lose again, right? That's the noise. But what is the signal? What do you want? What are you shooting for, right? What's the goal? To win the chip. To win the chip. Signal versus noise, right? So now each person has to decide. You have to decide, right? What are you going to give more attention to, right? The signal or the noise, right? Which is most beneficial to you, the signal or the noise, right? If the Knicks only listen to the noise, they would have packed it up. They would have packed themselves up before the game even ended. Their what's the word? Their confidence would have been shot, but the confidence would have been shot, and they would not have even been able to think that they can come back from a 30-point deficit. The team is just letting it rain, three-pointers. The whole first half of the game. That's enough to kill the confidence of anybody, right? But they disregarded the noise, went back for the signal, bro. What are we here for? What are we here for? We're here to win the chip, so we got to stay focused, right? Now, if each person, not only in business, in life in general, whatever you give your attention to is what's going to be the most pertinent in your life, man, right? Whatever you focus on expands. You feel me? This is all business 101, man. I'm gonna give you guys a little nugget also too. You know what you can buy? A book you can buy. I know nobody's reading today. It's crazy, but you need to be reading. But a book you could buy is Secret to the Millionaire Mind. Buy that book. It's monumental. All right, by T. Harv Eker. Buy that book, man. Secret to the Millionaire Mind by T. Harv Eker. It's monumental. I guarantee you, if you read it all the way through, it's gonna help you gain a greater perspective. Right? But one of the precepts in that book is whatever you focus on expands. That's parallel to signal versus noise. It's the same thing. It's the same thing, right? But at that moment when they were down 30, they could have paid more attention to that noise. The crowd was silent. Sometimes silence can be loud. Trust me. All facts, all right? But they paid more mind. They gave more attention to the signal, right? To that North Star, to that beacon. That's what they were fighting for. The win, right? And they pulled it out by 1 point. A win is a win, baby. A win is a win. Right? Now, of course, we want a win to be a bit more comfortable. We don't we don't want it to be that close. But they pulled it out, right? They pulled it out. So, those are some precepts that you could take with you, and how you can draw not only excitement from that win the other night, but also you can gain some lessons. You can take some lessons from that also at the same time too, on a winner's attitude, When the chips are down, you don't give up. You keep fighting, right? Signal versus noise, baby. Whatever you give more attention to is what's gonna be your outcome. You feel me? So pay more mind to that signal, give less attention to the noise, right? Okay? So, P.S. Everybody stop celebrating, please. We're not done yet, right? That was a fantastic win. Now it's time for these boys to get back to work, right? So let's not celebrate too early. The job is not done yet, all right? It ain't done yet. So don't get too excited yet, okay? Because these dudes will get too relaxed, so we don't want that, all right? We don't want that. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Right? Now, lastly, I know you guys have heard the news about the verdict that came down as it relates to